Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to be making these thick ooey gooey New York style chocolate chunk cookies. These cookies are so simple to make, it requires no chilling time, and it has the perfect texture, a crispy golden exterior and a thick gooey fudgy center. So without further ado, let's get started. In a large bowl, you're going to combine together softened butter, some granulated sugar, and some brown sugar. Give this a good mix until everything is nice and creamy. You can find the entire written recipe on my website, and I will leave a link to that in the description box below. Once the butter and sugars are nice and creamy, I'm going to go ahead and add in 1 egg at room temperature and some vanilla extract. Give that a good mix until everything is fully incorporated. I am using an electric hand mixer today, but you can definitely make this cookie dough by hand as well. If your butter is soft, it's going to be very easy. I have a simple hack to quickly soften butter and other neat tips and tricks on the blog post, so make sure to check it out. Next, I'm adding in the dry ingredients, which includes all-purpose flour, some baking powder, some baking soda, and some salt. These cookies are much thicker and denser than regular chocolate chip cookies, so we are going to add in a lot more flour, and we're also adding in baking powder, which is going to help these cookies rise and make them nice and thick. While you're mixing, you will see that the mixture starts to get very dry and crumbly, so I'm going to switch to a spatula and give everything a good mix. If it's difficult to mix with a spatula, you can also just use your hands. Just make sure to wash them first. And don't worry, the mixture looks really dry and crumbly, but once you keep mixing, everything comes together perfectly, and this is why this dough does not need any chilling. The dough isn't sticky or dry, it is the perfect texture. Next, for the chocolate, I'm chopping up a bar of dark chocolate. I'm using Richer chocolate, which is some cooking chocolate. This is the best quality chocolate for baking, but you can also get away with a good quality chocolate bar from your grocery store. I like to add chocolate chunks because it gives the most amazing melted pools of chocolate in your cookies, but you can also use chocolate chips instead. It was a bit difficult to mix the chocolate chips into the dough using a spatula, so I switched to my hands, but if you think this is gross, you don't have to do this, and also it'll be much easier if you use a stand mixer with a paddle attachment to give everything a mix. Now once that's fully combined, let's go and put these cookies on a baking tray. I'm using a cookie scoop that's about 2 tablespoons in size. You can just use a regular spoon and make them by hand. These cookies are going to be much larger than regular chocolate chip cookies, so you really want to make them nice and big. Place those onto a baking tray lined with some parchment paper with at least like 2 inches of space in between them because they are going to rise and spread. Now I'm taking each of these balls and rolling them up into a dome-like shape, not into a perfect circle, but more like a little dome going upwards like this. This is just going to help the cookies stay up and fluffy instead of becoming flat. Next, I'm adding on more chocolate chunks to the top. You can skip this step, but it really makes these cookies so much better. I'm going to bake this in an oven preheated to 180 degrees Celsius for about 12 to 15 minutes. Once baked, let those cool down completely. This is very important, let them cool down completely. And then I'm going to top this off with some flaky sea salt, and they are ready to enjoy. And that's it. That's how simple it was to make these cookies. I love this recipe because it can be made in like 10 minutes. You just whip everything up, no chilling, and it gives you the most chunky, thick, amazing, ooey gooey cookies. Just look at that center, and it is so easy to achieve. If you haven't already, remember to subscribe for more easy and delicious recipes just like this one. Like the video if you liked it, and comment down below if you tried this recipe or if there's anything else you'd like me to make. And as always, thank you so much for watching.